This is a follow-up to the last video that I posted talking about how sample selection almost always beats over-processing shit in your music. Somebody asked, how do you get better at sample selection? And I'll give you a couple of answers. The first one is a little bit less practical, and then the next couple are more practical. So the first one you're not gonna like necessarily. It's just you have to spend time in the producer chair. Like, there's really no substitute for just like working on tons of projects and listening to lots of different samples and saving your favorites. I promise, like, if you keep at it, eventually your ears will just get better at choosing the right samples. And this is a different conversation, but there's different qualities to a sample, right? There's like the transient, there's the texture, there's the punch, there's the frequency response, there's the tail. Like, there's all these different things that you can consider when you're looking at a sample, and certain combinations of those things will work better in certain scenarios based on the specific track that you're making. Okay, so now for the actual more practical answers. I talk about referencing all the time, but it's so helpful when you're learning and you're starting out, and even for people who have been producing for a while, to just like have a benchmark for how specific things should sound or fit in your mix. And I don't mean like listen to Spotify and then go back to your project. I mean like buy a track that has like a similar thing that you're looking for from Beatport if you're in the dance space, import it into your DAW, volume match it, and then be able to flip back and forth instantly, like hot map it to a key or something like that. Use a referencing plugin so you can like instantly flip back and forth, and that's how you're really going to be able to tell the differences between where your track is and where, you know, hopefully you want it to be. A sub point on this is if you buy the track, buy the extended version, and if it's something like drums, you can go to the intro and outro of these tracks where they have usually a stripped back arrangement, and you can hear a little bit more clearly what's going on with like the kick, the clap, you know, the hi-hats, kind of the main percussion stuff. Next tip, grab like a sample pack or two that are reputable in your specific space or genre. And I recommend doing this like while you're dialing in your kind of producer ear or whatever for samples. The next one is going to be some type of visualizer plugins. For example, like I use Vision 4X that helps me really clearly visualize like a kick drum, for example. Having some type of visual plugin is gonna help you figure out things like where the punch of the kick is and like how long it takes it to pitch down. I'll give you a quick example. Here are two different kick drums. Right, so the first two kicks, this is kick number one and this is kick number two. And they don't sound that different, but if we take a look at the pitch envelope, so how the kick is actually pitching down and kind of where it lands, you can see that there's a decent amount of difference between these two, right? One kind of pitches down and then it ends, and the second one reaches the bottom pitch and it kind of stays there. And that type of information is really helpful, especially when you're working on like your side chain and getting your kick and your bass like really dialed in. And then the very last thing I'll say is just trust your taste as well. Like if you've gotten this far and you're a music producer, you probably got into it because you have good taste in music. So if something feels off or it's like not hitting how, you know, truthfully not hitting how you feel it should, trust your instinct. And it goes the other way too. If it really does feel good, trust your taste on it. Hope this helps.